they are our friends, because we need 100%. To do this industry bigger.
100%.
So when we are walking in the streets and we are saying, hey, I do network marketing, they need to admire us, because this is a very nice job.
¿Tú sabes cuando dentro de ti hay una voz que te dice, yo quiero hacer esto por el resto de mi vida?
Aprender a soñar. Pero mucha gente no le da miedo soñar. Hola, ¿qué tal, amigos? Te saluda tu amigo Antonio Martínez. Estamos en Historias de Éxito y hoy no estoy con Antonio Araque, pero os he traído a una leyenda. Os he traído a una leyenda de la industria, un coach súper reconocido, una persona que está marcando la diferencia en la industria, pero sobre todo está marcando la diferencia en mí. Estoy súper agradecido de tener su amistad, súper agradecido de poder compartir tiempo de calidad con él, y hoy os lo he traído para que le pueda hacer una entrevista. Va a ser en inglés, pondremos subtítulos para que la podáis entender, así que nada. Fraser, this is for you.
Thank you so much for having me on, man. I'm excited.
So, I'm making this podcast because of you. Like,
nice.
That's
no
the truth. Like, you inspire me. I think you are an example for the industry. I think our people needs to listen from you, needs to learn from you. Es autor de 3 libros, author of 3 books, amazing books, Dare to Dream. I dare you, I double dare you, and from loser to legend.
That's right.
Okay, so 3 libros increíbles. Y Fraser, thank you. So I want to tell them, because this podcast, it's about the stories of networkers. So now you are a very successful networker. You used to be a very successful networker. You are in the coaching side. You coach the industry. The first question is, how you got introduced to network marketing?
Yeah, so I'm just going to go English, right? Because I don't know Spanish.
Yes. All right. You will have subtitles.
Okay, cool. All right, amazing. Hola, mi amigos. So my network marketing career started in 1987, but I wasn't born until 1988. You're 89?
No,
you're 89?
89.
You're 89, so one after me. Because my dad, he found a newspaper advertisement. My mum was pregnant with me, and my dad found a newspaper advertisement, and there was a picture of an Aston Martin sports car, and there were 3 words written above it: MLM, MLM, MLM. Right? Now, we know MLM to be network marketing now, but he thought MLM stood for Make Love Monthly. Right? So that's what it's typical, right?
Your dad is a legend.
He's crazy.
He's the only one that can think make love.
Yeah. And he was like, right, so the first one was Make Love Monthly, make lots of money, make lots of memories. He didn't know multi-level marketing. So he gets invited to an event, and I was in the room in the womb. So my mum and dad went to this event. My dad was going, if they can do it, so can I. And he was hitting me in the head, right, when he was hitting my mum. So I saw them make millions of dollars, 100,000+ people in their organization, over 34 countries. It was crazy, without social media, right? So like all face-to-face, belly-to-belly, and getting on a plane in the 80s and the 90s was not as easy as it is now, right? It was kind of crazy. So I saw him do everything. Like, I saw him, how he did it, what he said, how he did presentation, how he dressed, how he walked, how he spoke. In fact, when I was 7, my first role at events was to get a piece of paper and a crayon, like a pencil, and write the first name of the speaker and a score out of 10. So I would go, Antonio, 10. Antonio, there's another Antonio here, but Antonio, 10. Bob, 4. Mike, 8. Sarah, 6. And then when I got older, I had to go first name, the score, and the reason why. And I've scored 2,000 people.
Yeah, I want to do one thing, because I'm very good with you, because a lot of success stories, they say, I come from nothing, now I have everything. So they their idol is like, oh, he came from nothing and now he has everything. But actually, like you born in a really nice house, in a really nice neighborhood, like your dad show you to play golf. Like it's like me. Like I say, like right now I have a Rolex, but when I was 18, my grandpa gave me his Rolex. So I love to say this because most of networkers that they are having success, they say, oh, I come from nothing because they like to people get sad, and it's not that you need to come from nothing to have success. It's like it's something you need to fall in love.
Well, I think I had something that everyone has that's even more stronger than whether you come from success or not, and that's fear. So what happened to me is what the people who don't come from something have, is I see my mum and dad, and I saw, if I have to do that to be successful, I will not be successful. So I had the fear of rejection, because I see him get rejected every day, the fear of failure, I saw him fail every day, and the fear of public speaking, which is actually the number one fear that most people have. Fear of public speaking, and then death, which is crazy. So I saw that. No one else, you wouldn't have seen that unless you've grown up
young.
Right, since I was very young. So I said no on my 18th birthday. I thought my dad was going to give me a Rolex. And he said, I'm going to give you the greatest thing, way better than any gift, the opportunity of network marketing, and I'm going to be your mentor. And I said, no. Like, if you ever get in the opportunity where an 8-figure industry income earner tells you that they're going to be your mentor, do not say no. Trust me, those 4 years are the most expensive 4 years of my entire life. Because I've waited, like, now I look...
You joined network marketing when you were 22?
21, 22, yeah.
Me the same, bro. I didn't know that. When I was 22, 21 for 22?
Yeah, 21, 22, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Oh, okay, continue.
Oh, wild. Anyway, we should just talk about that privately.
It's
crazy.
Bro.
So I ended up joining like 16 follow-ups later. So my dad followed up with me 16 times. The same presentation, didn't change anything. He just knew that he would never get the right time. The right time was always dependent on me. So he was just going to keep telling me as much as he could. So I got involved. And the reason why I got involved is because I thought social media was the thing. And that was in 2000. That was like 2009. No one was using social media. I was just using Skype and like Facebook, MySpace, Facebook,
Messenger.
right? MSN Messenger, AOL Messenger. It was crazy. And I realized, and I found a system to find people, connect with them, build a relationship, and then get them onto a presentation. And my hook was, I'm super young and I know social media and I can help you make money on social media. Would you be open to hearing about how I do it? Back then too. And everyone was like, yeah. So I'd present to 10 people, 2 or 3 would join, right? So I was just become a beast at storytelling, hooks, content creation, connecting with people, giving a presentation and then selling. However, I never held the microphone in front of a room. I could do it on Skype one-on-one, but if there's 5, 10, 20 people, I couldn't. So I remember we were driving to a hotel. It's in a place called Cheshire in the UK. It's like northwest of the UK. And the hotel was called Crew Hall, right? So the area was called Crew, and there was a hall, like an old hall. There were 400 people in the room.
Oh my God.
Almost all of them teams, like a team training. And the back row were all my friends. And I said, as we were driving to the hotel, I said to my dad, I'm not speaking. Right, you know that. He said, no, I know you don't like speaking. Like, it's okay. You're not in the agenda. And I kept saying, like, it was a 2-hour drive. I kept saying, he said, no, you're not in it. So there was a lunch. The event started. It was going great. Everyone's super hyped up and everyone's like, loads of people making money. Then there was a lunch break. And after lunch, my dad comes on and says, welcome back. Did you have a great time having lunch? And they were like, yeah. All right, the next speaker lives in my home.
No.
Frazer Brookes, my son. And I look to the exit door and I think, and he puts 2 people on the exit door and they're looking at me like, no. I look back to my dad. My dad's like, come on. And I walk through the middle of the aisle. Like, people are pushing me to the front.
Oh my God.
And all I'm thinking is, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? What am I going to say? My dad gives me the microphone. I hold the microphone at the very bottom. The microphone is shaking like crazy. And I don't even say anything. I just burst into tears.
Oh my God.
I was so scared. I had so much phobia because I kept telling myself, I'm not going to speak. I can't public speak. I was doing it one-on-one on Skype. I was crushing it. I had so much success from that, but I didn't. And I walked off the stage, didn't say a single word. My dad was like, that didn't go very well. And on the drive back home, 0. Not a single word. It was so quiet that it was like, it was bad. We park in the garage. My dad turns to me, and I turn to my dad, and he says, "You're never going to let that happen again, are you?" And I said, "No." I wasn't upset with him because he needed to do that
for you.
He pushed. He said, "When I first spoke, I was thrown in at the deep end, and I figured it out. Like it might have been a little bit better than you, but like, you know." And it's funny because now I get paid to travel around the world and speak on stages.
I know.
And I still have my friends who were at that event say, "Hey, when you go on stage, you still cry." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I get paid a ridiculous amount of money to do it."
Yeah.
So yeah, I went on to build a business on social media, 300,000 customers, 30,000 team members. If I include this position that I built with my dad as well, it was significantly more. It was over 1.2 million customers.
Yeah, because it was one time that because your dad didn't have your skills.
Yeah, we built it together.
It was fair to say, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna help you in this side, and we work together."
Yeah.
We are more powerful.
But I always tell my personal business.
Yeah,
I don't want to I don't want people to think, "Oh, we did it with his dad," right?
I
so like that was my personal business, and then
actually, like you did it just to help your dad because your dad was having a lot of success, but he was having a leak. In social media.
Yeah.
So when you implement the social media in his team, like it exploded much bigger, right?
But then because of this, we were very isolated. So my dad, old school network marketing, you go to your company events, team events, don't teach anyone else, don't go to other events,
no
cross like just this, right? And all the cross lines were asking me, and I was teaching them behind the scenes.
Crazy.
Right? And then I started getting leaders in other companies, and I was like, "Dad, I've got a few people in other companies." And he said, "Why would you train the competition?" And I stopped, and I was like grateful for the lesson. I was like, "Yeah,
because this is a shift that is happening in the industry.
Yeah.
Now, we don't need to see the other network marketing companies as competition.
Right.
They are our friends because we need 100%. To do this industry bigger.
100%.
So when we are walking in the streets and we are saying, "Hey, I do network marketing," they need to. Wow. They need to admire us because this is a very nice job.
Well, it's funny because the easiest way to get into momentum is by the industry being in momentum.
I know.
Because when you're in an industry that's in momentum, the companies are in momentum, the teams within the companies are in momentum, the groups within the teams are in momentum, and you're just like, this is the easiest thing ever. The greatest example of that was COVID.
I know.
It was crazy. I'm so good at this now.
I was thinking now in COVID when you were saying that because most of the industry were like going down and network marketing industry, boom, because we work from home. So it's like, wow.
Always does. It's recession proof.
It's like, oh, you have to be in your home for the whole day. Yeah. Okay, I can work more hours.
That's fine. Fine. So I started getting these people, and I was then doing it behind the scenes. I was coaching them. Dad said, like, I was living at home when I was building because why wouldn't I live with my mentor?
Yeah.
like people are like, why are you still like living at home at 27, 28? I'm like, because my dad is my mentor and I'm with him 24/7. Like, he made more money than Eric Worre in commissions. That's like, out there, kind of proof what's out there. So why wouldn't I? Like, it made so what happened is I started getting asked to speak at events. I started getting asked to do Zoom calls. And at that time, it wasn't I lost hunger or ambition for the business. I just felt that I did not find anyone in the industry who had a parent who was so successful in network marketing, who then was passed on to their kid, who then had the success. No one had my story, no one had my experience, no one had my skill set, no one had my like proof of success. So I thought, screw it. And I remember resigning from the company. I was playing golf like 5 times a week, and
you told me.
If I didn't want to work, I didn't want to work. It was just this residual income. I was traveling around. It was crazy. And I went all the way from zero. I'm sure my accountant and my business manager was like, "You idiot."
Yeah, you told me.
Why didn't I just give it to my mum? Because hungry dogs run faster. If you throw a bone to a hungry dog, it runs fast. And that's what happened. And I've now been paid to speak in 37 countries, had 280,000 paying customers, spoken on stages with, millions of people directly being impacted with the training, tens of millions of people most likely indirected.
Yes.
I'm very proud to have probably impacted more people off social media than I have on social media, although I'm a social media trainer.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the story so far, and it's just getting started.
The thing is that a cool thing from you that I say, because like most of the people in the industry knows Eric Warren. Like for us,
because of the GoPro book. And,
Eric Warren is the godfather, you know?
Yeah.
But when you come in the spot, like it was like Eric Warren and then some random guy from the UK is like doing these trainings. So like it was like Eric Warren and then Frazer Brookes, you know? But then Frazer Brookes started teaching skills about social media. That Eric Warren is like the beast, but it's old school, you know? So then social media. So like for me, it's like say, like for me, Eric Warren is like the 20th century networker, and like you are 21st century, you know? It's like two ages, you know? But like you combine together. Like I'm not saying Eric Warren, no, Frazer Brookes. Yes, it's like Eric Warren is a beast, but now Frazer Brookes is a beast. You know, so I'm very excited to be your friend. I love you, and I love Svelana, I love Mia, I love your family, I love your dad, I love your mom, I love your brother. I beat your brother at golf.
I know.
I'm sorry.
We kicked their ass.
Call me, I'm sorry.
We kicked their ass.
But like, what I want to tell you is like, thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything that you are doing for the industry. And I want to tell all my audience to follow you. I want to tell them to follow you. I know it's in English, but for all the people, like, you need to see people that they help the industry, you know? Así que amigos, os pido que sigáis a Fraser si aún no lo conoces y ya has llegado a este vídeo y estás diciendo quién es este inglés. Frazer Brookes es una persona que ha tenido muchísimo éxito dentro de la industria de network marketing, que trabajó directamente con su padre, que ha ganado muchísimos millones dentro de la industria, que ayudó a su padre a llevar su negocio al siguiente nivel aplicando todas las estrategias de redes sociales, pero que mientras estaban construyendo se dio cuenta que no solo su equipo estaba aplicando sus habilidades, sino que equipos de la misma empresa le preguntaban, y luego que líderes de otras empresas le preguntaban, y en ese momento fue cuando decidió renunciar a su posición, renunciar a todo el dinero que estaba ganando para volverse a sentir incómodo y para poder aportar valor desde cero a la industria. Y después de esa decisión ahora ha podido impactar millones de personas, no solo en redes sociales sino en vivo. Ha hablado en más de 37 países, ha impactado a muchísima gente tanto en vivo como online, y es súper curioso porque estamos trabajando juntos. Voy a estar en el Dare to Dream 2025, que va a ser en Turquía. Aprovecho para decirlo. Estaremos en Turquía en abril del 2025 y te esperamos a todos en el Dare to Dream 2025. Thank you, Fraser. I already promote Dare to Dream 2025 for my audience.
2025.
So, thank you, and darle me gusta, compartirlo y sobre todo poner vuestro bingo moment en comentarios. Si hay algo que te ha impactado de Fraser, pon Fraser minuto 1 con 20 segundos y lo que ha dicho, para que las personas cuando vean el vídeo directamente vean tu bingo moment, porque probablemente tu bingo moment ayude a más personas. Así que muchísimas gracias y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. ¡Dímelo, papi!
Dios.
Thank you.
Welcome, brother. Good.
We destroy it.
Crush it.